During a time of tremendous turmoil in the Middle East, Richard Engel has been right there.
For the second time in less than 24 hours, this outpost has come under attack.
Covering many of the defining moments and making sense of the rapid changes in this strategically important part of the world.
This is one of the main gates of Gaddafi's compound. The rebels are going inside. He's saying we are just happy because we have now taken our freedom.
We are with the last American combat troops, and they are in the process of leaving this country right now.
As chief foreign correspondent of NBC News, Engel reports from the front lines, providing context and perspective.
The Syrian regime appears to be cracking, but the rebels remain outgunned.
Fluent in 4 languages, including many dialects of Arabic, he goes where most people wouldn't dare and gets stories most other journalists cannot.
This one with the metal gate was the torture room, he says.
On the ground in war-torn Syria, Engel was able to verify reports that pro-government troops carried out a large massacre. Engel got a first-hand account from survivors.
They started firing on us with all kinds of weapons.
Firing from above, I ask?
Yes, from above.
And he exposed the suffering of some of the youngest victims of the Syrian civil war.
Did you eat anything today?
Fatia, 4 years old, says she had a piece of bread today, just one.
Over the past decade at NBC News, Engel has taken his viewers to the most dangerous places on Earth. He was embedded with soldiers in Afghanistan's Engel Valley.
As we tried to cross an open stretch of road, we came under attack.
On the front lines with ill-equipped rebels in Libya.
This is amazing. He just handed me his gun. I didn't realize until he put it in my hands. It's actually just made of plastic. It's a toy.
And in Egypt's Tahrir Square during tear gas attacks.
The protesters have now reached the main square here in downtown Cairo. People are being injured. We have seen several collapsing so far today, like this man.
His most harrowing close call took place last December. Engel and his crew were kidnapped in Syria and held for 5 days.
They kept us blindfolded, bound. We weren't physically beaten or tortured. It was a lot of psychological torture, threats of being killed.
They were freed after their captors got into a shootout with a rebel group. But Engel quickly returned to the Middle East, reporting on Egypt's crackdown against the Muslim Brotherhood this summer. Then he went back into Syria, amid reports President Bashar al-Assad had used chemical weapons on his own people.
A young activist shows us video he says is the aftermath of an attack.
Engel moved to the Middle East after graduating from Stanford. He was convinced that's where the next big story would be. When the Iraq War started, many Western journalists left, but Engel stayed.
An IED exploded.
Inside here, it still smells like gunpowder.
He was the only American television correspondent to remain for the entire war. When Saddam Hussein was caught hiding in a hole beneath a mud shack, Engel gave viewers a close-up look at the filthy hovel the once powerful leader was living in.
There's a light down here and a very basic ventilation system. The entire crawl space is tiny and actually very well disguised.
He even traveled to Pyongyang to report on North Korea's controversial satellite rocket launch, which ultimately failed. Sometimes Engel's reporting looks like something out of an action movie, but his focus is on the devastation of war, on the human toll it takes.
I've seen so many ugly things, so many memories I'm not sure that people are equipped, and images people are equipped to handle.
And sometimes his experiences seem overwhelming. But knowing the risks, Richard Engel keeps going.
Every time you're here, you're trying to pull a fast one on history, to get out, sneak out, get information, and get back alive.